Hi, I'm Don Wadowitz, founder of Awesome You. And last week, in part one of our three-part series on goal setting, we talked through the importance of identifying our values before we started down that path to determine our goals. Now, this week, we're going to dive into creating goals and prioritizing them. There are probably several areas of your life where you feel things could improve. One of the mistakes people often make is setting too many goals and not prioritizing the importance of each goal. In this episode, we're going to go over coming up with goals and prioritizing them by importance to us. Then, in our final episode next week, we'll discuss making our goals SMART goals: specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time-bound. The first thing we need to do is put together a list of what we'd like to accomplish. Now, this can be a more general list, or you can start adding specifics to help decide when you've achieved a goal. Once we have this list, we're going to have what I call a prioritization cage match. I'm going to walk through an example. For this example, we'll use the top 5 resolutions people set last year. And now these are going to be more general, probably too general when we talk about goal setting. But for the purpose of this activity, we're just going to go ahead and go with these. Now, these 5 are diet or eat healthier, exercise more, lose weight, save more and spend less, and learn a new skill or hobby. Again, some of these are very general things, and we'd like to break them down into more specific, concrete examples. But for the sake of our cage match example here now, we won't break these down more. But a goal of eat healthier, exercise more, lose weight aren't good goals. And we'll get into that more next week. Now I'm going to take a moment. We're going to do something a little bit different. I'm going to share my screen here for you so that you can see the prioritization cage match document. I've pre-written all of these items into my prioritization cage match sheet. Now I simply need to compare them against one another and determine priority versus priority, which is most important to me. The thing with this is there can be no ties. There's got to be a winner, and that is why we call it the prioritization cage match. So let's take a look at this right now. So you want to first create a list of up to 10 different priorities and place them in the numbered rows on this document 1 through 10. Don't worry about any sorting at this point in time. Then we're going to go through and compare each priority and determine which is more important to us or to our team, and we're going to circle that number. Again, no ties. You have to pick a winner. That's why we call it a cage match. They're really pitted against one another here. Once you've compared each priority to one another, then you go through and you add up the amount of times you've circled each number. The number that ends up with the most times being circled, that is your top priority. And then on page 2 of this document, I have where you can list those priorities in order. So let's take a look at this now. So the document here, I'm going to just scroll for you a bit so you can see the full kind of 1 through 10 list of priorities. Again, we're only using 5 here for this example, just to shorten it up a little bit. So in number 1, I have diet or eat healthier. And in number 2, I have exercise more. So you'll see that in this box, there is a 1 or a 2 where 1 comes down and 2 goes over. So what's more important to me for the next year? Dieting and eating healthier or exercising more? Well, personally, I'm doing pretty well with eating healthier, but I think I could get better, and I'd like to get better with exercising more. So I'm going to go ahead and circle number 2. Then I continue down the road. Diet or eat healthier into this next box matches up with lose weight, number 3. So diet or eat healthier or lose weight, they kind of go together. I'm doing pretty good on both right now, but I would like to lose weight a little bit more. So I'm going to go ahead and circle number 3 in this instance for lose weight. Then I move over and it's exercise more or lose weight. Again, and you're seeing why these kind of aren't the best goals, but for the sake of this example, we're going to go ahead and use them. Exercise more, lose weight. Well, I'm losing weight pretty well. I'd like to exercise more. So I'm going to go ahead and circle number 2 there. Keep going down from diet or eat healthier here, and I match up with number 4, save more, spend less. Again, I'm doing pretty well with the diet and eating healthier. I would like to maybe spend less on my discretionary income. So I'm going to circle on this one, save more, spend less. I move over, exercise more or save more, spend less. I really think I'm going to be wanting to focus on that exercising more. So I'm circling number 2. And then lose weight or save more, spend less. I've been doing a pretty good job on losing weight. And if I'm exercising more, staying with the healthy eating, I think I'm doing pretty well there. So I'm going to go with save more, spend less. I'm going to circle that one for this example. Keep going down from diet or eat healthier in that row, and I line up with learn a new skill or hobby. Once again, I'm doing well on the dieting and eating healthier. Maybe learning a new skill or taking on a new hobby might be something that would be more beneficial. That lifelong learning, I'm really into that, and I think I'd like to do that a little bit more. Exercise more or learn a new skill or hobby. I think on this one, again, I'm at the exercise more. I want to, actually tone up my strength exercise. I've been doing pretty good on cardio. So again, under exercise more, we could break that down a little bit more. Move over, lose weight, or learn a new skill or hobby. Again, I'm doing pretty good on the losing weight. So I think I'm kind of in that, I'd lean towards learn a new skill again. Save more, spend less, or learn a new skill or hobby. I'm kind of bigger on that saving more, spending less. Although learning a new hobby, taking a new hobby, those two could be kind of counterproductive, which is a reason we do the prioritization cage match here. So I'm going to go ahead and select number 4 for this one. And that brings me to the end of mine, since I've only identified 5 items that are possible priorities for me. So now the next step is I have to look at each of these boxes and see what I've selected for each number. So in the diet or eat healthier, this is just simply, since it's the first one, I just have to look down this row because it's not going to move over to the side, or down the column. It's not going to move over to the row. So down this column, it looks like, nope, I didn't select number 1 at all. So down in this bottom box, I'm going to write in 0. Exercise more. Now with this one, we have to look at the row, so going across the page and up and down on the page. So over here, yep, I circled 2 there, circled 2 here, circled 2 here, circled 2 here. So I circled 2 4 times. So I'm going to go down here and I'm going to write in the number 4. Now for lose weight, again, I have to look across on the row. All right, I selected it once here, and then I got to look down the column. I did not select it there. So I circled number 3 just once on my prioritization cage match worksheet. Save more, spend less. Again, look at the row. Okay, circle it once there, circled it once there. That's 2 total. Now the column, only once. And so I have 3 of those. So I can write in 3 here. And then for number 5, this is my last one. So I really only have to look at the row. I don't have to look at the column in this case. So the row across, I circled 5 here and here. So I circled 5 twice. So I've added these up. Now I just simply look at the numbers. Right here, exercise more. It was selected 4 times. That is my number 1 priority coming up. The second most was number 4, which is save more, spend less. So that is my number 2 priority with 3 choices. With 2 choices, learn a new skill or hobby. That's number 3 for me. And then with 1 choice, lose weight. That's number 4 on my priority list. And I didn't select diet or eat healthier here. And so now this is where it's up to you. I didn't select it a single time. So is it that strong of a priority? Should it even be on my list? 4 priorities, 4 goals is quite a few goals. So maybe I should consider whether diet or eat healthier should even be on my list for goals for 2021. So I can choose to put it on there in my 5th slot, or I could choose to remove it. On this document, you can list all of your different priorities, and it's just page 2 of the prioritization cage match. So that's what I have for you here today on our 2nd episode in our goal setting mini series. Today we focused on priorities, determining what are our top priorities, because many of us start out with so many priorities. We're not quite sure where to divide or spend our time. And that's where this prioritization cage match really helps us out. Thanks for tuning in. For next week, you're going to want to come up with some good, solid goals so that we can work to make them better. This week for the prioritization cage match, I used some really general goals, and we don't want to have that for next week. So for instance, exercising more. What does that mean? For me, I've been doing pretty good with cardio, getting my walking in and those sorts of things. Maybe I want to focus on strength-based exercising. What does dieting or eating healthier mean to you? Does it mean getting 64 ounces, 72 ounces of water a day? Does it mean eating what you should be eating for fruits and vegetables in a given day? What does that mean exactly to you? And you need to determine that. And it will help us to make better SMART goals when we get together next week, Tuesday. Again, that is specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time-bound. I've included the prioritization cage match along with the where you can put your priorities in order, that sheet. There is a link available in the comments if you're watching this on YouTube, or on the webpage at awesomeu.org if you're watching us through our videos page. Thanks for taking this time to watch this and for taking this time to invest in you. I'm Don Wadowitz, reminding you to live life to the fullest and be good to one another.